Hi, welcome to Sisecam Flat Glass India presents Reflections. We are here with a very interesting architect and renowned architect of his time called architect Anil Badan. We will know about his journey, his past, present and future into the design industry and know the realms of glass from him. So let's start and welcome him. Let's have the frame to architect Anil Badan.
I
Okay, so we'd love to know more about his journey. So, sir, how did you get into the space of design? What has your journey been like?
it started when I was very young in the school days. So we used to go to Kashmir. I am from Jammu Kashmir, so we used to see a lot of buildings around, a lot of interesting old buildings. So it gave it. I always used to think how they would have thought about it, how this thing came up, where they put the door, where this is sliding, sloping roof, how it goes and merges with the windows, the door locations, then of course the material inside. So all those things definitely fascinated me. Then whenever I used to go to the city, to my dad's office, we used to work in Kashmir. So they had a new building where they had put the lift for the first time. So we used to go basically to to have a ride in the lift. But then that building, the windows were very interesting. It was like, it's not a rectangular window, I still remember that. So it was some different shape like rhombus, and it was very interesting, very fascinating building for me.
Very interesting story from your childhood. So, this childhood dream of understanding and going in the lifts, how did it turn into architecture and design, your passion into reality? How did that change?
Of course, when you grow, when I was in 12th standard, 11th, 12th, I went to a school which was like converted from a palace to a school.
Okay.
So it had a lot of big volumes, big arches, very nice architecture, the old architecture, old world charm. So at that time I decided, I should do something like this, and maybe I get into architecture. And that's where I am today.
Let's move on to talking about interior glass, and since Sisecam Flat Glass India brings us here, let's talk about how the implications of interior glass has been in your projects, and especially, have you encountered any challenges when you are using glass, when it is for an aesthetical side also and also for a functional element? Have you faced any challenges of using interior glass?
Challenges, I'll not say it's challenge, but yeah, of course, it's a wonderful material to use. It makes a space, look bigger and more lighted and more inviting.
Right.
I'll say. There are a lot of implications, a lot of different ways of using the glass.
Right.
Now, common way is like in between the room and the toilet, we use the glass.
Yeah.
And then when you go in the detail, there is a electronic glass, there is a smart glass.
Right.
So all those variations are there.
Right.
Of course, while using it, we have to be careful. If it's broken, it should not hurt somebody.
Right.
It should be easy to maintain. And with this technology and all, I think there are a lot of glasses which are like self-cleaning now.
Right.
A lot of different glasses. A lot of research has gone into this now.
Right.
Yeah. So of course we use a lot of places to make the space look bigger sometime, and to make the place look higher sometime.
Right.
So like I just did a project in Assam where the lobby height was less because it is a conversion property.
Right.
So of course I had to use glass intelligently so that it looks nice and big when you enter.
Interesting.
So and then to put sometime the colors, sometime you want to use a glass, colored glass, where you need less maintenance, but you need the color.
Right.
So if you paint it as for example, I'll tell you, on the lift wall. So every time somebody going to the lift, will touch the button.
Yeah.
So it's we recommend you use different material. It's not only glass you can use, but there are a lot of other materials also.
Yeah.
But glass is one of them.
Right.
So it brings you the popping color, whatever you want. What color you want to go as per your scheme, and easy to maintain, and still giving you a nice feeling there.
Right. So when I talk about glass, especially in hospitality spaces, there are cubicles that are made when we talk about washrooms that are there, restrooms that are there specifically in hospitality spaces, or even in bedrooms. When the transition is there from the bedroom to the restroom, there are glasses that are used. So what is the kind of way that we can make them durable? We can make them hygienic and also make them look aesthetically pleasing, because the idea in a hospitality space, when a visitor comes in, they want beauty. Like, for them it is that there should be a wow element when they are coming to a property. And apart from that, for the hotel, it's also very important that it's hygienic, because otherwise the guest doesn't
feel comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't even budge to say anything that it is not hygienic, it's not clean. So how do we kind of maintain that?
See, to get that, like normally you have the coatings available now with the glass, but of course we try to use glass where actually they need less maintenance. Let's say if it is a shower area, so you have a blind behind that, which saves it from the getting the mark and all these things. If you now a lot of times we try to do a wash basin near the not the shower, so that it is less easy to maintain, it's less problem for the client.
So coming back to your projects now, I want to know that you've done so many projects over these more than 2 decades, 3 decades of your career. Is there any specific project?
I've gone very old now.
Is there any specific project that holds value in your heart, that this is the most memorable project that I've done and this is the most special project that I've done? Whether the scale is small, big, large, luxury, anything.
It's very difficult to answer.
That's
this
okay.
question.
I know favorites.
Of course,
going to be tough.
favorite means when you get your first project, that is always favorite of yours.
Right.
With the time, you grow up, you design different products. Now, to name one, at the moment, I'll say maybe the Khyber.
Absolutely. I think that is my favorite as well.
Yeah.
I want something in terms of minute details and minute, requirements that the hotel really required. Let's say if there was some artistry that was needed, or there were local artisans that were involved, anything that also was dependent on a lot of people. So that faced challenges also, but eventually it came out to be a beautiful property.
I think the recent one, I'll say, that Grand Mercure in Agra, we just finished a project.
Right.
And the challenge was, we had to convert that property within a very, very short time.
Wow.
Because there was a change in hands and change in brand.
Right.
And my client came to me, he said, I need to revamp the whole thing in 3 months' time.
Wow.
And where it was, I think it was quite a challenging job, which was beyond, thinkable that way. But we could do that in 3 months, and there we had to. And then when you're changing the DNA of the property, you're changing the whole thing, what it was and what it is today. If you see the pictures, it's totally revamped within the given spaces and given parameters.
Absolutely.
So we added a lot of colors, then we studied again the Taj story, because it's in Agra. So I had to put more, a lot of local elements.
Right.
But definitely in a modern way. Otherwise, there are so many hotels who have done the Taj
Absolutely.
artwork and everywhere it's all around.
Absolutely.
So of course we had to be different, and it's a new product, new baby in the
So
market.
people look up to it as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it was a high-end, upgraded, upscale product. So it was like, in a short time we had to involve so many people, artisans also, some carpet manufacturer also.
Right.
Some, carpet has to go on the art as a art piece.
Right.
Then your colors, your, the glass designs, your there's so many things, we did, like the fabric. There's
Yeah.
some of the fabric which developed. Then prototyping of the lights, which will
Wow.
go with that environment.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to see the final outcome of that product, because
Absolutely.
it was done in record time, and I think we did a good job.
Absolutely.
I
And I
think it has
think,
come out nice.
Yeah, and I think the
Because-
audience will also be seeing the project with us,
Yeah.
through this series.
Okay.
And that will be interesting. Okay, what are the upcoming projects that, we should look up for now that you're working on, which are going to be interesting? Anything that you can reveal for us?
There are a lot of different projects, like there's a Hyatt coming up in Kasoli, which is I'm really looking forward.
Right.
It's in the hills, and
Right.
then Rishikesh I'm doing 3 properties, and
Right.
we have Hilton's coming up in Assam, where I'm doing a lot of research again,
Right.
because there I definitely want to do a lot of involve a lot of artisans and a lot
Right.
of local patterns and patterns and material and elements I want to bring in a modern form in that hotel. So right now we are doing that research also, and a couple of projects coming up in Africa, which are like probably we should open those property in this year, I think. Yeah, end of this year. There's one in Somaliland, one in Lusaka, Kenya. So it's all going on.
Absolutely amazing. So I think we all should look forward to our holidays and have interesting projects to go on to,
Yeah.
all because of him. So, sir, let's go on to a fun segment. But before that, one last question I would want to ask from you: that is there a significant change that you have noticed in architectural trends and design trends, especially in interior space, in an hospitality segment, which have changed over the years?
Of course, there is a lot of changes.
Yeah.
You go back to 30 years back or 20 years back when we started, and today, the patterns, the colors, the approach to the design, the
Right.
elements, everything is evolving.
Right.
Design is it's a continuous process, I'll say.
Absolutely.
So what we used to do 20 years back, now it's like, passé.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now there's a fusion, sometimes there's a modernism. Now we have a lot of projects which are fusion of bit of tradition and a modern style.
Right.
And of course, it depends on the project to project, DNA of the project, DNA of the brand which you do.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you have to follow their elements and their direction or their approach to the design. You have to
Right.
bring into your design also. But of course, the trends are changing. There are a lot of modernism in the thing. Your room now is everything is on your mobile.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, a lot of people, everyone in fact around is working on the sustainability.
Right.
So the products are changing, your green products are coming in. So we also trying to change our system or specification of doing a project, We also want to be in that
Space.
in that space where,
Right.
we do something for our generations to come.
Absolutely.
So I think people are more sensible now, and it's moving towards simplicity, I'll say, overall.
Right.
The designs, you leave that ultra luxury segment, but otherwise people are moving towards the simpler designs.
Yeah, I think now people have become more rooted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even after traveling so much and having seen urbanization, that segment has now mellowed down, where people
Yeah.
want to go to simpler ways because they live a fast life. So now they want to kind of, when they go for a holiday, when we talk about hospitality segment, they want a cleaner, nicer,
Peace,
sustainable way of living.
more settled.
Right.
Because I think after COVID, it has
Right.
COVID has given us a lot of insight.
Right.
And after that, suddenly there is a increase in resort properties, simpler properties than
Right.
flashy properties. I'd say.
Absolutely.
Of course, the
Absolutely.
business hotels will be there. There is just a demand, and it's always there.
Absolutely.
But there is a more, the people are started traveling more towards the hills, more towards the sea. More for the calm and quiet holidays than in the hush push scene. So the
Absolutely.
trends have changed. People have started using more Indian products. I'll say now, if I compare it with last 10 years back, it and today people have started reinventing their product, their
Right.
materials. In fact,
Right.
I
Right.
see a lot of architects, friends of mine, who started using now Indian stones,
Right.
Indian wood, and we are using less of we try to use a lot of things now which are locally available. So
Right.
it's more
Right.
sustainable right
Right.
now.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
people have started moving to that direction.
Absolutely. Okay, let's move on to a fun segment now with Sir, and that will be a quick segment. Let's know a little more about him. So, the first question will be since we see so many books around, what's been your favorite book on architecture? Or any book that
I
you
think
think is relevant?
old in the college time we read Fountainhead. That is still in my
Yes,
head. So it's
absolutely. Okay. Okay, so if you were not an architect, what profession you would have chosen?
I would have been chef.
Chef, wow, absolutely. Now we have to come for Sir's food next time. Okay, what is your dream project? I'm sure you've done so many projects, but there's always the next one. So, what's your dream project?
I want to do something in a desert.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
which is like totally desert, and I want to create something there. So that's my dream project.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Everyone, please listen to this. What Sir really is looking forward to. Okay, what advice you would give to aspiring architects or somebody who's looking forward to being like you?
I think I have a very simple funda in my life, that be simple and work towards your goal and
Right,
work hard. That's all I have done, and I think that's what I tell people also.
right,
There's no remedy. There's no alternate to the hard work.
right,
And
right.
if you work hard for your dreams, I think you can achieve them. I'm an
Absolutely.
example of that. So it's
Absolutely. So, passion for design is key for him.
yeah.
Okay. So, next question. Let's move on to what does glass signify for you when it comes to the context of design? That this is glass for me in design.
Glass for me is design is to give more space,
Right.
to make it more lively.
Right. Okay. Thank you everyone for being a part of Reflections by Sisecam Flat Glass India. We had a visionary with us and we will look forward to seeing you in our next session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.